PYX 106.
It's 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com. On the phone, soccer fan extraordinaire Paul Harding from Martin Harding and Mazzotti.
Are you catching the World Cup fever, Paul?
Are you trapping the fever or heading the fever? You can't catch it.
Well, I had a hard time sleeping Sunday night, you know, after that last goal by Portugal.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been amazing. And what's more amazing is how it seems like everyone that I run into is kind of watching these games or aware of the games, not just U.S. games, but these other countries that they have a hard time pronouncing or spelling, but they're watching these people they don't know play soccer, and I love to see it.
I know you do like a taxi service during big times, you know, like holidays and stuff. You should
Super Bowl
consider
Sunday,
doing
like
it for the World Cup, because this is only an excuse for people to get drunk.
We have to get
That's
progressive.
really all it is.
Yeah.
I actually think America wants to come together. Politically, we're very split.
We do?
But I think when you peel back, peel the layer of politics, I think we want to come together.
Oh, all
the
right.
Olympics, World Cup, we want to do this. That's
Okay.
what I think.
I'm always ready to come together.
So
yeah,
that's how I feel.
No, that's a great point, Cantera. Jeez, man, you should get one of them awards that they gave Obama, the Peace
I'm trying
Awards.
To bring people together.
Yeah.
Humanitarian
thing.
Well, we want to talk about a couple of different topics. One being medical marijuana, which was passed last week. But this doesn't have to do with law, but just in your opinion, doesn't the governor seem afraid? I mean, why is he pussyfooting around so much? Is it because he's going to make a run for president in 2016?
Well, you know, he's characteristically cautious. He just is, and so the fact that incrementally he would be, you know, there was no given he was going to let this happen anyway. So he did. You know, he restricted. You can't smoke it. You can't, you know, things like that, and limited the types of diseases, and then going to extend that in 18 months to some more illnesses. But no, that's his style, and I think that I'm not surprised. I was a little surprised that it actually passed.
Oh, you were? Okay.
I'd like to make a point, if I could, or maybe a metaphor. Much like when I ate some of the THC Tootsie Roll out in Colorado, you can always eat more, but you can't uneat it. So maybe that's what the governor's doing. He's doing little bits and pieces at a time.
What about this? What if you have what if in other states it's proved to help, you know, a youngster with seizures, but you're not allowed to do that in New York? Can you file a lawsuit to make that one of the diseases which allows that person to take marijuana?
Yeah. Well, you know, the ones that are coming down the road, I looked at it last night just to see if anything had changed, but, you know, post-traumatic stress disorder and certain types of arthritis, you know, they're going to be added to it. And the children can get prescriptions also. So I do think that, sure, there's going to be legislative changes moving forward. Historically, all states who've legalized marijuana, virtually, you know, they began with the medical marijuana. They began with limitations, and then there's a growth process where, you know, right now there's several states that by 2016 are going to be added to that recreational use category. And so New York's taking baby steps, and I think that there will be some lawsuits. I do think that the groups against this are going to, you know, they're going to ramp up too. They're going to attempt to prove the negatives here, you know, that the inhalation of smoke and that the negative effects of that. So it'll be interesting, but if history continues the way it has around the country
Get on the train. The wagon's leaving the station.
I believe.
It's time. It's time. How about this trying to bust us for scooting through a yellow light with a video camera?
Is that a done deal? Cameras on lights in Albany?
It is.
It is.
Yeah, it's happening here. What's going to happen here is we're going to do a 5-year sort of test, but the test is that the cameras are going to be out there. They're going to be photographing the front and back of your license plate, and if you're going through a light, you're going to get something in the mail, and there's going to be no points associated with it right now. But it's going to be dollars. You're going to pay fine money. And for that, now again, historical reference has been happening in the United Kingdom, you know, for 20 years. You know, they every intersection, again, small country, but every intersection of any significance has cameras.
Right, it's everywhere.
Not only for crime fighting, but for vehicle and traffic violations. So it's happening here. I suspect that it's going to work because it's worked other places. And you're going to get that thing in the mail. You're going to say, oh, boy, I barely remember that.
They're taking away our freedoms. They're taking away our freedoms, and they're bringing the man down with the camera.
The man with the camera is going to be all over the place.
I found that if a light turns yellow on Broadway as I'm entering Saratoga, if I can just get through that light and then speed up past that light, I'll hit all the other yellow lights.
Oh, God, I hope
Once you make one, you're always ahead of the curve.
They're all yellow right there. It's a perfect thing.
All right, so Paul Harding from Martin Harding and Mazzotti, 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com. Real quickly, Paul, I I went through a toll without my fast pass.
Oh my God, this again?
Well, wait, but I never ran this by Paul. But what I realized is that I only went one exit to one exit, which was free.
Right.
Do you think that they'll understand that?
He's losing sleep over it for the last month.
Yeah, they have a super generous policy like that. Literally, you just write that in because they have the ability to check, but they're not going to go back and check every single time. They just don't have the resources for that. But you explain to them what happened, what your exits were, and if you're not a serial person who writes in and is always kind of going through those free exits, they're going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Have you received a ticket?
I haven't. But
I know you haven't because you're not going to get one.
It was in the station vehicle.
I know, but you're not going to get one.
Well, that's
you
good
could
to know, though. So
self-report.
if
You
I
could
call or reach
self-report.
out to them and say it was a mistake and it was a free exit anyway, I'm in the clear.
Just wear a low-cut shirt and cry a little bit. All right. Paul
Yeah.
Harding from Martin Harding Mazzotti. Paul, always a pleasure to join when you join us here on the program, my friend.
My pleasure, guys. Take care.
Thanks
Thanks
Paul.
for saying that. It's 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com. It's PYX 106.
Log on, listen loud. Classic rock. And Quinn and Cantera at iHeartRadio.com.